Hey everybody, today I'm going to share with you my top 5 selling images on Shutterstock and where I took them. So welcome to my personal little retreat here in my backyard. First of all, let's get some coffee. That's a good cup of coffee. All right, so what I decided to do today was to share with all of you where I took my best selling images on Shutterstock. Now, Shutterstock is not my most favorite stock agency. So some of you may have watched the video from a few years ago when Shutterstock thought it'd be really funny to only pay us 10 cents an image. Now, up to that point, Shutterstock was a constant competitor for my top stock photography agency. Since then, not anymore. All right, but just give you an idea of how I did on Shutterstock. Last year alone, in 2022, I had 643 sales. I made $410. Let me tell you, that is nowhere near #1 stock agency for me. But some agencies do make it easier for you to figure out or find out what have been your top performing images, and Shutterstock is one of those. Now, before I start diving into this, my channel here is about my photography and all the adventures I have around the world getting my images. So if you like photography, if you like travel, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, in the comments, why don't you share with us your best selling images? Drop a link inside of the comments. Let us know your best selling image, how many times it's sold, how much you made off of it, maybe where you took it, so all of us can benefit and enjoy each other's photography. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the top 5 images. So number 5. All right, I'm hoping that I'm able to pronounce this correctly. Gwanghwamun Gate. All right, my Korean is terrible. Okay, guys, you're probably going to hear a plane going overhead. Rush hour just ended here in the city, and fortunately, we do have a flight school somewhere nearby. So you might hear an airplane going overhead. Now, why am I not in rush hour? Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I took this last week off. I was going to go film stages 2, 3, and 4 of the Arizona BDR for all of you this week and next week, but unfortunately the Navy interfered once again, and I have to go off and do my duty. So yeah, I had to cancel what would have been an epic camping trip for almost 2 weeks. So anyhow, guys, back over here. Gwanghwamun Gate. Now this, it was from my one and only trip to Seoul, South Korea. Actually, I had 1 day there. And let me tell you, it was a marathon day. We actually arrived the night before, started early that morning, and just went well into the night. I was very lucky to get this image. So when I arrived there at night to get the image, after a long day, there's traffic. So I had to sit at the pano, take a few shots, stop while traffic went through. When it was clear, take a few shots, stop, take a few shots, stop, take a few shots. Okay, got my pano. Then swing the camera back to start the next one, and poof.
Okay, so just like in Singapore when I was shooting the Chinese temple, right when I finished they turned off the lights. I got one pano made and they shut the lights off, so we'll see how it goes.
And I nailed it. That's the importance of knowing your camera, so you can get it. Now, generally I like to take 3 images of everything when I'm out and about, because you never know when the focus is going to work or there might be a little blur. I only had 1 shot and got it. So for the Gwanghwamun Gate, I sold on Shutterstock this image 79 times and got $62.64 for it. Number 4. I know you guys have seen this one before. This is from my trip to the U.S. Capitol. Again, I apologize, there's a plane over there now. This is from my trip out to, Washington, D.C. Now to this day, this trip has been my most profitable trip ever. Oh, I tell you what, there are days when it's absolutely dead silent out here, and today is not one of those days with those planes. Alright, so anyhow, on this particular trip, I made 2 photo shoots at the U.S. Capitol. one in the morning and one for the evening. I can't remember which one of these it is. However, for this particular image, to get it, you have got to be there well before sunrise or sunset. This spot is across from the reflecting pool at the Capitol, dead center on the Capitol. Other photographers want that spot. You got to get there early and you got to fight to keep it. Anyhow, this panorama, I have sold 55 times and got $67.29 for it. Number three might be a little surprise for everybody. This image is actually taken in Saskatoon, Canada. Yes, the Paris of the Prairie. You might be thinking, where in the world is Saskatoon? It is quite literally in the middle of Saskatchewan, in the middle of the Great Plains of Canada. All right, it's not exactly what you would call a photographer's draw. Now, I personally like the city because the food is great. I mean, I'm telling you, they got a really great international food scene up there. But on this particular evening, I was being absolutely mauled to death by mosquitoes, which I think is the official bird of the province is the mosquito. Anyhow, I was on the west bank of the river on the Mawassan Trail, facing back to the east during the evening, and captured this beautiful sunset. I sold this sunset image 63 times and got $69.23. Now for this next image. This one is close to my heart. The reason being is this image was taken over 20 years ago. It is the first image I ever uploaded to stock photography. I took this when I had no ability or knowledge of how to do any photo editing whatsoever. It was taken, everything you see here is taken in camera. It involved perfect timing because there was tourists on the sidewalk and sticking their heads out of the windows. I had to time it so there was none of those there. So this image was taken along the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina at a location called Mabry Mill. So this image of Mabry Mill, I've sold 57 times and I've got $112.52. All right, my top selling image. Oh yeah, definitely glad I made that coffee this morning. Now, before I show you my top selling image and where I took it, really I invite you guys to help support the channel. So again, if you could, in the comments, just maybe put a link so we can see in your portfolio your best-selling image and tell us a little bit about it. But also, check out my bonus content on patreon.com/EWJ. There I have weekly 4K desktop backgrounds that you can download. They're usually my favorite image from the past week's episode. I put up some bonus articles, bonus videos, and of course early access to all these videos. So this channel is something that I'm growing out because I am getting very, very close to when I'll be retired from the Navy. And traveling the world and enjoying my photography is something I'm looking forward to do and sharing with all of you. And by supporting me on patreon.com/EWJ, you can really help me make sure that I can continue to do this in my retirement. All right, guys, let's take a look at that top image. Guess what? You've already seen it. This is from that same photo shoot in Washington, D.C. Okay, actually, again, one was for the morning, one's from the evening. I can't remember which one's which. But anyhow, so this particular image, exact same location, 565 sales and $369.51. Now again, guys, these images are also some of my best sellers on other stock photography agencies. So the Washington D.C. trip has earned, I think, about $1,500 easily. Yeah, last time I checked, and I haven't checked, I really probably should have looked up the totals before I started this episode, but it was like 2 years ago last time I checked, and they just keep on selling. So if you do stay dedicated, if you keep taking your images, you keep uploading them, then you can make money in the stock photography world, but you've got to, of course, upload them to the best sites. Now, if you take a look at the past 2 weeks, I had an episode on the 5 worst stock photography agencies to use and the 5 best stock photography agencies to use to kind of help you all out. Now, of course, these are based on my opinion. Some of you may have a different opinion, and in the comments on those videos, by all means, let me know if your experience has been different from mine. But just my way of helping you guys out. Okay, everybody, I am going to enjoy this cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and develop a couple more images, and enjoy my last day before I really have to get to work. So y'all take care. See y'all next time.